This is the Chinese chessboard. As you can see, the pieces are divided into two types. One is the red one and the other is the black one. So this game is being played between two players. And each player will take a different color. Similar to the international chess game, it is also a turn-based type of game. The objective of this game is to capture your opponent's general. The setup of the board is such that there is a river in the center, and for each player you have a palace. Okay, so the palace are being marked out by the diagonals. Okay, so it occupies only 4 squares. Same thing for your opponent. For these 4 squares will be your palace. Okay, so for our front line here, we also have our soldiers. And for the soldiers, same thing, you can only move 1 step at a time. But the only special part is whereby when it crosses the river. So for example, let me show you a capture first. So you move 1 step up. Let's say your opponent move 1 step up. And on your turn, you can capture the piece. Okay, and remove it from the chessboard. So now your soldier has advanced and crossed the river. Okay, so the river actually counts as a square. So now your soldier can actually move sideways. Okay, so you can move to the left now, or you can move to the right. The only thing is that it does not move backwards. Next in line, which is the cannon. Okay, so this is the cannon piece. You have 2 cannons, and so does your opponent. So the cannon can advance. Okay, you can move to any points. Okay, you can only move to the intersections. That goes for all the pieces as well. Okay, so you can move vertically like a castle. Okay, in international chess, or you can move horizontally as well. Okay, but it does not move over it. Okay, unless it is capturing another piece. So for example, you cannot, okay, do that. Okay, because you're not capturing a piece. For the cannon, if you want to capture a piece, you have to jump over another piece on the board, whether it's a friendly piece or an enemy's piece. Okay, so you can jump over and capture it. Okay, you can jump over, capture it. Okay, say for example your cannon is here. You can jump over your own piece as well and capture your opponent's pieces. Okay, the next piece is the chariot. Okay, which is the car. It can move vertically upwards, or it can actually move horizontally. If it's an opponent's piece in his way and there's nothing blocking it, you can straight away capture the piece like that. Next, we have the horse. Okay, we have 2 horses down here and down here. Okay, same for your opponent, there are 2 horses as well. Okay, the horse moves similar to the knight in international chess. Okay, it moves 2 units up, followed by another unit to the left or the right. Okay, so the horse, for example, in this case, you can move here, or you can move here. Okay, so 2 units, okay, followed by another unit. So that means it moves through the diagonals of 2 squares. Okay, it moves through the diagonals of 2 squares. But unlike that in the knight in international chess, okay, this piece can be blocked. So how do we block this piece? Okay, remember I mentioned it's 2 units up, followed by another unit to the side. Okay, so if there is a piece, whether be it friendly or your opponent's piece, if it's in the way of your 2 units, okay, it's considered blocked, and you can't move your horse like this or like this anymore, right? Because it is blocking the way. But however, if this space is empty, okay, you can still move 1 unit, 2 unit, and to this spot. Okay, same thing, you have 2 elephants here. And how does it move? It moves diagonally as well across 4 squares. So you can count here 1, 2, 3, 4, and it moves diagonally across. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, you can move diagonally across. Okay, you can move back here, and here, here, or you can move even here. Okay, if it's occupied, then you can't move because this is a friendly piece, unless it is an opponent's piece, for example. Okay, then you can capture the piece. Okay, so that's the elephant. And note that the elephant does not move across the river. So now let's talk about the pieces inside the palace. Okay, we have 2 guards here and 1 general. Same thing for your opponent. There are 2 guards here and 1 general. Okay, the guards and the general does not move out of the palace. Okay, the boundaries of the palace. And the guards move diagonally across 1 square. Okay, so you cannot move down here because it is a friendly piece. So you can move to this intersection here, or you can move here. Okay, you can capture, if let's say your enemy, your piece is here, you can capture this piece. And for your general, you can move only 1 step at a time. Okay, but you can move backwards, you can move sideways, left or right. Okay, but you cannot move diagonal. Only the guards can move in a diagonal manner. Okay, during the game, let's say for example, okay, your cannon is here and it's attacking the general. Okay, let's say the cannon from this position, you shift it here. You have to say check, or in Chinese words we call it jiang or jiangjun. If let's say the general has nowhere else to run and this is a checkmate, in Chinese we call it jiangjun siqi. Your opponent's piece cannot shift out of the way, okay, such that the generals are facing each other. So that means this piece has to continue in this path, either that or he finds another piece to block it and then he can shift it away. Okay, so at no time during the game itself can the generals be facing each other. So if this is the case, let's say for example your opponent shifts the cannon out of the way, the opponent loses straight away. And we call this fei jiang.